Well, hello everyone, it's Key of W with Gemcraft again. Been a while since I recorded. I do remember some frustration. I did this level and it just wasn't working out for me. I'm not totally sure why. Um, Worked out in practice and then suddenly I was getting unlucky. Something like that. That's okay. We got what we wanted, which is the critical hit gem. Which we've got up to a pretty good level here. Actually, let me review all these levels. Um, the reason it's been a long time since recording, I have no idea if it's a long time like between uploads, because who cares about that, but I was in a practice file going through trying to figure out what the best sort of like next step is. So I was trying a lot of different things and I played a lot of different levels and I came to the conclusion the best thing to do is actually to stay pretty close by here. So now that we have the critical hit gem, we want another gem that's going to work really, really well with it. Now, my favorite in this case would be the chain hit gem, but to get that requires so many other levels to be done. We're not going to do that. We're going to go instead to the L fields. There's a skill here that we really, really want. We'll see that today, I hope. So now that we have critical hit available at all times, we can just use it without much fanfare, I guess. Yeah, let's just keep that where it is. Let's go to glaring. We're going to be able to stay on glaring difficulty basically forever now. I think this is where we had our skills last time at 19. Is that right? Let's leave that here for now. 19 times multiplier is pretty good. So this level is interesting in that it's going to give us some red gems, even though we do not have the ability to make them. Now, I've said, like, way back, I don't want to take too much advantage of this. Excuse me. Because it's possible to duplicate this gem, even though, like, logically we shouldn't be able to, because normally when you duplicate a gem, it's like, well, just do the thing you did before to create the gem. So I'm going to try not to do that. However, I will do something that technically would be impossible without further red gems, but it's just, it would be way too much micromanaging to handle. So all I'm going to do is not duplicate any of these gems. I'm not going to create any more red gems. There's going to just be these four. But I am going to mix them. So down this path, I'm going to make sure we have our critical hit gems, and I'm going to mix them with these chain hit. So I'm going to put, here's where an amplifier should be. So this is where the tower is, so we can surround it with 8 amplifiers. I'm going to take this, let's duplicate it actually, let's mix it with this red, right? And then what I'm going to do is mix it with a yellow. So if I wanted to keep my rule, so to speak, pure, I would only upgrade this by creating a yellow gem of the same grade and then mixing it in. It's just a lot of micromanaging to do that. So what I'll end up doing is, once I get this to the right sort of ratio, which is going to happen really soon here, I'm going to just upgrade this, even though technically that would require more red gems, but it's fine. I'm just going to leave it there. It doesn't feel too bad to do that. Yeah, it's been a while since I even mentioned that rule, because it's so rare to have a level that gives you a gem you can't make, and pretty soon we'll have all the gems available anyway. I just do it so that it's not, it just feels a little, you know, more fair, more sportsmanlike. I'm going to put this here. And then this gem, this is going to have another critical hit gem. Down this path, I want to force... let me force some moves here. So we're going to put trap there, and this is going to mingle with an orange gem. Whoop. Mingle with an orange gem in the trap. We're going to do this, and then another one. This is the ratio I want. So I don't have a lot of mana left to make more of these gems, but that's okay. I'm just going to mix here, just so we have it ready, and mix here. Have that one just attack randomly. We just want it to pick up mana. We don't necessarily want it to focus one guy and kill it. Okay, so I think we're set on this. We should be able to handle the first few waves without too much trouble. Hopefully. Yeah, this should be fine. Yeah. What I would love is... Oh dear. Yeah, this beginning's going to be a little bit scary because there's a lot of guys. What I want is, real quick, I want to upgrade, but I want to have a bolt spell ready. So upgrade bolt spell, so now we have a better gem here. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is a little much. It's a little much. Okay. Oh, okay, we're beating him back. We're gonna make one of these, mix it in, and have a level 4 gem there. And there we go. This is gonna mix, get the ratio I want. Then this should mix, get the ratio I want, and then I'll just upgrade. Oops, that's wrong. There. Okay, we should be able to handle a little bit for a while. Let me get my bolt spell back. There we go. And, okay. We're good. Just had to get through that beginning. Let's do this. Okay. Good start. I also want to think about armor level. It's not as much of a concern anymore. Like early on, it was one of the best ones to get because our sort of big roadblock was eventually enemies were so strongly armored we couldn't do any damage to them. Now with critical hit, we can sort of overpower that armor difference. But it's still a bit worrisome. So I am going to put one thing here. Just make a pure armor tearing gem. And do I want it to attack who's got the most armor for now? I think so. So it'll do something, right? It's not going to do much yet, but once it's higher level, I've got some amplifiers around it. It's going to make sure that nobody comes through with armor. Let's make sure this is a higher level. Get that to a higher level. And then this already has... let's upgrade this a bit. I think we want that. Let's get some there. Grade 8 is better. Yeah, the chain hit is really helpful with the mana traps. Like, a mana trap by itself is strong enough now that I'm still going to use it. But it's not going to hit enough guys without the chain hit. Or if we don't have, say, the Bloodbound gem, it doesn't get strong enough to be all that useful. But this should give us plenty of mana throughout the rest of the level. Let's keep these gems ahead of the curve a bit. This one should go up. Yep. And from this point on, I think we basically have this level in the bag. That's another thing that's going to happen as we get further along. We get more of our skills, we get the critical hit gems, we get the chain hit gems all the time. It's the levels are all going to be kind of samey. We just set up our critical hit thing, we set up our other gems we want to do utility stuff, and then we just press this button up here. Which is why I'm trying to make the levels as hard as possible, because I want to make sure that I, well, make the game more of a game and less of a just press play, walk away affair. Okay, we got enough. We should be able to bump this up. Oh, hold on. We need to make sure we don't leave it with no gems being used here. Yeah, I can go to level 6. I just keep upgrading this and bombing these waves. It is risky because it does increase their HP and armor. The armor I'm not worried about. I guess this guy here will make it easier. Let's get some more mana here. Yeah, it's already got nearly 3,000 hits. If it didn't have chain hit, it probably would have less than 1,000 hits. So yeah, absolutely worth the slight mana loss by putting chain hit in there. Hold on, I'm going to build a few... Oh, this shrine appeared in a worse spot. I'm going to put a bunch of these down, because when I get to this point, it's going to drop the cost of the amplifiers again. There we go. Upgrade. This is a... experience upgrade, which I like. I'm gonna go up by 6, so to 139, I think. Yeah. Every little bit helps in the experience pool. Let's bring this up to level 12. There we go. This should go up to level 12. Not quite yet. It's nice for all those beacons to appear right next to my critical hit gem. Okay, now this can go to level 12. Yeah, only 35 mana per hit, but it's better than nothing. This guy needs to be upgraded. I should start thinking about armor now that enemies have over 200 armor. We're still going to the highest armor guy. Ah, no. Alright, and then let's put some... There. Yeah, I just need this guy to do a lot of shots per second. Actually, hold on. You should go up too. Go to level 12. Oh, hey, there's a achievement for that. Specifically for making a level 12 pure purple gem. Nearly 1,000 armor per hit, which is overkill. It's not the amount of armor per hit really I need, it's the amount of shots per second. So it needs to hit a lot of guys really quickly. Eventually the amount of armor will reach that. Like, here we go, 1,000 armor, but we're not really worried about that yet. This should be level 12, and then this should go to level 13 ASAP. Yeah. Let's put the bolt spell on you. Alright. I'm going to duplicate this gem. This trap. Not every guy's going to get there, so it's not going to get the most hits possible. Should probably find a way to duplicate the trap down here. This is just too crowded to really do anything with. Alright, let's bring you to level 14. Yeah, this is just... I want to block it with some walls here, but... There we go. Okay, so now I can put another trap there. And... one here. So yeah, 4 of those. Not every enemy is going to hit every single trap. But if they do, which it looks like they're not, they're all going to kill. There we go. We're going to start getting a lot of mana really, really quickly. So let me build another for... Oh, hold on. That's not wrong. I can't duplicate red. I don't want to duplicate red. I want pure yellow. This rule must never be broken. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to get some mana from this. Here we go. Let's take care of the armor. Cool. Take care of the armor again. And 1,000,000 mana. This might not be as useful as it looks just because it doesn't have extra XP, but that's okay. So, let's bring this up to level 15, and then I'm going to bump up the traps. We're going to also set up like this. Get some more traps. It's going to take a bit for enemies to get in there, and we're going to start getting the mana again. Not quite. There we go. Drop this here. There we go. Let's just get this set up now. There we go. Ooh. Another 5. Thank you. Alright. Let's actually put the strongest ones up front. So this has, let's see, what doesn't have the beam spell on it here. Because now the issue is this guy is so powerful, he's actually reaching all the way over here. So my goal, let's get 3 million for sure. I don't know if we'll get up to 4 million. We'll probably get overwhelmed before we get 4 million XP, but we can give it a try. But having all of these traps will help, because it's just, we want a lot of mana now because we need these gems to be a lot more powerful. Alright. Yeah, so getting hundreds of thousands of mana every go around is what we want. So this guy will eventually go to 16. Bring you to 13. I'm actually going to bring this one up as well. Level 13 on this guy. Level 13 on this one. Okay. So let's start upgrading all these traps. How much are they giving me now? 130 mana per hit. Pretty good amount. How much HP you got there? 894 million? Okay. That's a lot. Oh boy. Yeah, we might not make it much farther, because just running into the tank that is giants with tons of 5 billion HP. It's still just not enough. Not enough firepower. Yeah. I'm also not going to drag out endurance mode anymore, because I used to do it because we could stretch out quite a bit, but once we reach this point where it's clear, we're not going to be, not only going to start losing, but, you know, we're not going to kill that much more enemies. If we stretch it out for 5 more minutes, then we're not getting any extra XP for it. So see, like, I'm not getting much left in the XP department, so I'm actually going to stop it now. Because, like, in the last 2 minutes, we didn't even get, like, 100,000 XP. So, we're going to get plenty of XP throughout these, so I don't need to drag these videos out any longer than they have to be. Alright, that's fine. Talisman. I mean, these all give me just pure XP, and that's kind of what I want. This one does not. So, like, let me just upgrade these, see which one's better. This one's got more initial mana, this one's got more percent of XP. Actually, this is better. I'm going to replace this here. Okay, so next level, L2. This one does not give us chain hit just like this, but there's also not going to be a chain hit in here. So we're actually going to struggle a bit more on this level. I'm going to keep it where it is, but I'm imagining we're going to finish this one. We might do 1 or 2 waves of endurance, and that'll be it. So we got a lot of entrances to here, so I'm going to block all of them off except for one. I'm actually going to... I've chosen this one in the routes I've done. It really doesn't matter which path, but I'm just going to block here and there and here. So I can do this and force enemies to go zigzaggy for the explicit purpose of... bringing them closer to the center so I can put a tower here. They give us a lot of these, so now enemies are going through this. I picked this one because it's got 2 spots that are great poison gems. Let's bring this. I don't actually want that. I want mana gem. It's going to be a pure one, so it's going to leech a bit more mana per hit, but it's going to get way, way less hits than last time, so we're not going to get a lot of mana from here. We're going to do a pure yellow. And I think over here is where the other one should go. Let's do pure yellow there. Because now this will also hit enemies coming down this way, because they got to cut through this this spot right here. Put one of these down, so we have that. Anything else? I'm going to put in this. Just more more gems. So the risk here is that they're all very low level gems. But hopefully the poison helps. shall see. Yeah. So far, so good. Should survive until I get a spell ready. The reason is that way when I upgrade a gem, I can immediately do that. Level 6 gem is good enough for now. Let's upgrade this. And we want to fire more often. And now this is enough to kill anybody coming through for a while. So they'll only get through by overwhelming us with sheer numbers, which is fine. This should go to level 7 as well, and fire more often. That should go to level 7. Now, critical hit wise, it's already 80% chance, even at level 7, it's because of our critical hit skill. This should go up as well. Let's give it an amplifier gem. This should go up. Alright, here's my attempt. Alright. We want this to be more powerful. I should get those poison gems up to at least level 7, because that's where it starts to do extra damage. Yeah, it's still going to kill everybody. There we go. The poison gems are not going to be useful later in this level. They're going to drop off probably by wave 50 or 60, but it's good to have them now. Well, it depends on how much mana I want to invest in them. Let's put that to level 9. Oh, hey, Aspire. Here's what we're going to do for you. I'm going to build that and then aim for special creatures. Oh, dear. Okay, that guy's dead. Didn't even notice the shadow until it was already there. The Spire, as soon as it's in range of this guy, he's going to attack it. I want to upgrade you, so give me just a bit more mana here. There we are. Okay. There we go. Just get a bit more of that going. And then I want a nice level 12 gem here. Just need a bit more mana, and this should be it right there. Nah, not quite. Just a bit too low. Bit further. How much is it? 2,000 damage. Enemies have way more than that, so these are no longer useful, really. I mean, they're not unuseful. They still do some damage, but they're not really killing the enemies, are they? Let's give myself a bit of XP. So what I can do is replace them with the mana gems. Because at least that's something. There we go. So these guys aren't going to get a lot of hits. They'll be overwhelmed before anything happens. Okay, let's get you up a bit. Run this level. How many? We got 70 waves only. I could make it through another few waves. Okay, you are going to die quickly. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, so now I'm going to bomb there, and then put an amplifier here. Okay. Fine. Okay, yeah, we definitely got this. We definitely got this. Just let it run. How many hits does it get? 71? Yeah, it's not really getting a lot of hits there. So, if I'm lucky, I'll get to 2 million. Let's aim for 2 million points. Let's see if those are any good. 2 million points. That is all I need. Let's bring this up. Oh boy, a lot of giants right away. So the thing about these giants that make the swarmlings when they die, the swarmlings are way more powerful than typical swarmlings. So these giants get really nasty later on when they have super high HP. Yeah, the swarmlings have 6 million as opposed to 100,000. Like, they're just way, way too strong. But 2 million seems like a possible thing to do. Can I upgrade this? Not quite yet. Oh, just a little bit. Now I can upgrade this. Whoa! Whoa, slow down there. So, what do I want to stop that from happening? Probably nothing. I probably just can't stop it at this point. Pretty close. Of 1.9. I just got to make it another 0.1 million. Or 100,000 points. That's all I really got to do. Let's see. I see what you're trying to do here. That's annoying. Yeah, they're gonna start taking. There's really not much I can do. Am I just gonna get some points? Let's just get some points. That's all I care about right now. Just give me those points. Almost there. Almost there. Am I gonna even get there at all? Not, yeah, okay, I'm not getting any more points. Close enough. A lot of levels you unlocked here. Different sound. Have we seen a level like this? It's got some holes there. I forget what all the symbols are. Like this symbol has like some cracks in it. That means what was in this level? There was a corrupted mana shard there. What was in this level? Mana shards, maybe. Oh, there was also those ruined ensnaring sockets. Maybe that's what that means. What was the holes? What did that mean? Did we ever discover that? It doesn't matter. Okay, what achievements? Oh yeah, I got a couple of those. Talismans, what I'm interested in. So, getting XP, just raw XP right now is the thing. This just seems to beat this guy, even though damage to giants is nice. I still have extra 43% damage to giants. But just having, yeah, that XP amount, I want that to be really, really high. So this doesn't have anything I want except damage to giants, so it'll only be useful if it's going to take over something like this. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go to level L3. Oh, let's put some skill points in. I'm going to do it to fusion. We're going to go 1, 2. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to take a look at L3, which gives us both white and black gems. So let's go to glaring difficulty again. So that's going to help us out. We don't have chain hits, so we're not going to get as many hits on our traps, but we are going to get more and more mana. So let's do a brief comparison, I guess, of black and white and see why I'd want one or the other. But first, let's block this route. Let's block this route. And I want to make sure I can put amplifiers around. So if I had an amplifier here and here, it would block the route. So here, that's where the tower goes. So I'm going to make one that's black and yellow. We're going to just mix it. And then I'm going to make one that's white and yellow and mix it. So the white one actually has more right now. Now the black has plus 0.039 per hit level. And the white has plus 0.026 per hit level. However, we're already at mana pool level 6, so it has 6 levels. This just has the 1 level. That's why this is doing more. So white starts off better. Now the question is, does it stay better? It only would if I can keep my mana pool level increasing. But there is a point at which it's kind of hard to do that. Whereas this can always be increasing because I can always be getting more hits. So I'm going to try a little of both. I'm going to put a black one here. Actually, I'm going to put the black one closer and put the white one here. And then I'm just going to put regular stuff there. Let's block that route. Let's block this route and put a trap there. The trap, I want to mana trap. Let's put it black because I want it to hit a lot of guys. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I need to upgrade these. There's no way they're going to stay there. So 1.02, because now the Bloodbound's been diluted a bit. 1.12. So yeah, not much extra damage out of here, but it's got more critical hit. This guy, I'm just going to pick black. I don't really know yet which one I want. We're going to do that. So it's a little bit of extra mana, but once it gets more hits, it's going to be a lot of the extra mana. Actually, what if I experimented with this as well? I just want to see what happens. So let's do a white in this one. This one's got more. So if I put these next to each other, this one's going to give me 2.46 mana. This one's going to give me 2.24. So it gives me more mana per hit. What if this goes in here? 6.88. If I switch them, 6.27. They're similar. This one gives me a bit more. Well, let's just see what happens with this. This is what I want to start with. Let's see if I upgrade this guy just in case. So we just got to survive that first couple waves where we're low on mana and low on gems. Okay, so this will go up to level 6. We'll start with that. And then this one will go up to level 6 as well. 20 per hit level. Yeah, it just hasn't got a lot of hits yet. Okay. It's a start. I'll eventually be thinking about armor tearing, but not right this minute. Let's see. This should have the gem spell, so the beam spell on it. Let's bring this up to level 8. At some point I should probably let myself go to the next mana level. There we go. Mana pool level 9. So, yeah, much higher. Unless I give myself lots of hits here. So 0.34 per hit level, 0.44 per hit level. Yeah. White so far is ahead of black. Let's drop a couple of these. And then I'm going to drop a purple. I'm going to put it with white. And now it's gonna hit people coming through here, but I want it to hit people before that. Let's do this. It's gonna be tricky. There we go. Now they gotta go around this corner. Alright, let's upgrade you. So got quite a bit of hits. How many hits you got? 600? Let's upgrade both of these. Right. That blocks, so I guess we are doing that. So we've got 37 a hit level, 52 per hit level. Again, we are keeping up with our mana pool, so it's actually staying way ahead of the Bloodbound gem. This should probably be upgraded. Ooh, that's giving me a lot of mana per hit. Uh-oh. Here, duplicate. Special entity. Is it gonna hit that guy? Yeah. There we go. That's gonna take care of him. Okay. 36, 68. Way more. It's way more per hit level. This is just not getting enough hits fast enough. So yeah, white is still ahead of black. Not sure how long that will last. It might be all the way through the regular part of the level. It might not be until endless mode where Bloodbound can really catch up. This should be even higher. Get this to grade 12 soon. Yeah, this is giving me way more mana than I would have without it, so I think I'm fine with white in the trap. Uh-oh, shadow coming in. Will I be able to reach it from there? It's a little far away to reach right now. Go a little closer. It's got a lot of HP, but I think I can get it. There we go. Shadow's dead. Let's have some more hits. Yeah, this is doing way more damage than the Bloodbound gem. I mean, Bloodbound gem has higher base attack, so it does somewhat make up, but it doesn't make up for the fact that my mana level keeps going up, but my hit level is not. Let's bring these to level 11. This one to level 12. So 200 mana per hit is really good. Alright. Alright, I should be able to get both of these up to the next level. Where we see we've only added about 48% to that. And 84% to that. Or not, no, sorry, 84. We've added double now. Yeah, this is doing way better. But we're only at hit level 10 on this guy, whereas we're at level 13 here. But it's also way more per mana pool level than it is for this one. So let's set up another guy here. And we'll duplicate you. Duplicating white, not just because it's more powerful, but since duplicating a bloodbound gem, it wouldn't have any of its hits, so it would start at square one as far as damage goes. Oh, another Spectre coming in. Goodbye. Let's bring you up to level 12. How much do you give me? 53 mana per hit, which is definitely more than a pure mana gem would do here. But it's kind of hard to beat the 210 per hit the trap gives me. Okay. Well, 3 million is definitely going to happen. Let's see if we can get to 4. That'd be nice. Are these going to be any good? We'll see. I'm going to bring these up. So, oh, it must have been a beacon I destroyed. I was wondering what that sound was. Okay, let's bring you up to the next level. So how much are we getting for this? Yeah, 2.2 to the damage and the special, so 100 times for the critical, whereas it's only 48 times. 100 times the critical means the maximum amount of damage out of here is 3 million per hit. This should probably go up to level something. Oh. Yeah, these guys, they give me such strong swarmlings. Those boys are fast. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Bring you up. Get you some more hits. Yeah, level 13 mana pool, level 11 on the hits. It's less per hit thing, so it's really not as strong as the pool-bound gems are right now. That's interesting, because early on, these guys were not nearly as useful as these ones. Ah, well. Are we even going to get to 3 million? We're already starting to get a bit overwhelmed here. We're also just not getting nearly enough hits on the trap. I could put another trap here, duplicate this, and then say, because a lot of enemies are going to be hitting those traps. Dang. Yeah, like this. Oh, where is it? Oh, I can get there. Probably will stop shortly after the 3 million mark. I don't want this to drag on forever. Because my defeat is inevitable and pretty imminent. Come on, just give me the 3 million. That's all I'm really asking. And almost. There we go, 3 million. Alright, let's just squeeze a couple more out of there. And that's about as much as we're going to get. L6. This is the one we're going for. That's the one that's got the skill on it. So we're going to do that level. And then call it after that. So initial mana. Damage to giants and swarmlings already on there. This one's probably better than that one. We're going to put it there. And then this one here, I don't care about as much. Do I? Yeah, this is better than that one. Okay. Skill points. Let's add one more to fusion. And this is the maximum skill level. We cannot do any better on the fusion spell or skill, but it's really good to get this one up to the top because it makes the gems super cheap. And then last but not least, I'm going to throw a bit on the critical hit the next level of it. Make them stronger. And this level has chain hit at least, so we're going to do some good here. All right. So we need to go by this area. So let's just block here. Done. Kill 93 cursed and frozen monsters. That sounds like it'll be a chore, but it really won't be that bad. I'm just going to set up a couple of towers here, which we're going to do with a mix of red, yellow. And I'm going to do this and then do... It's actually set. I really want to make sure that these gems are hitting them. And then I am going to set up one trap of red, orange, like so. This will at least get me started on mana. Can I duplicate this? I can duplicate it. Let's do that. 2 of those. Okay, so I just want to make sure I don't get overwhelmed quite. I do eventually want to be, but not in the first few waves. We have so many ways to get this done. We'll probably be by wave 20 or 25. We'll have this open. It's fine. That looks a bit scary, but it's okay. We are okay. What we're going to do is upgrade here. Like that. And now I want to double up, so I want to give myself a lot of monsters here. We're going to also upgrade this gem again to level 7. So, alright, we are just about ready to give ourselves a bit of an overload. Actually, we should go now because we already have full skills. So let's get this going. Swap, swap. Boom, boom, go. Alright, those enemies were too far away. Go, go. There we go, that'll give me some. Oh, I see what's happening. You know, take over here? No. No, thanks. Okay. We want to get our spells back before we try another round of this. Thought we're good. We're going to upgrade this one another time once we're ready for that. Let's throw a lot of guys at it. Didn't get as many as I thought that would be. Alright, fine then. I'll do a worse job than I did last time. Alright, clean up. There we go. That's going to get a bunch of them. Fire, please. Thank you. Sorry, I was pressing the wrong button. That's going to make it a little bit harder to get the spells going. Okay. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Nope. That's not working out. I feel like a fucking idiot now because I did this exact same strategy 3 times in a row and it was absolutely killer. Worked like a charm every time. There we go. Hello? Well, now I gotta juggle these orblets the whole time. That's alright, we'll get this going. Nope. Yeah, I've gotta juggle that forever now because I can't destroy this monster nest. Okay, so what we're gonna do over here is build the tower. I'm gonna move this guy over. And we're gonna bring this up a couple levels. There. And regular stuff. Let's go. Oh, hold on. Nope. Down you go. Alright, make sure that spire doesn't go anywhere. Let's get these traps going. That should be giving me more mana. Mana now. Okay. Now that we've done, you know what? I'm just gonna duplicate that. Boom. We can just run through the level like normal. Okay. Let's set up another one here. Put you there. Upgrade you. And we're good. Okay, go to level 12. And you go to level 12. Yeah, once we got that tome opened, it's really not much of a level. We can just do this forever. In fact, I can keep setting up these. I can duplicate that and that. And then set those up. Now I got a ton of level 12 gems. Cool. Let's set up some more traps. Cool. 4 level 12 mana traps. Alright, we are definitely going to score today. Only 85 ways? It's not really that bad. Let's bring this up as high as we can. This guy ain't gonna last long. Oh. Okay, easy. 2 million. We're gonna go for 3 million at least in our endless mode, and then go from there. But first, I'm gonna have that go on. Give me way more mana per hit. Hell yeah. Have 2 of these at level 15. I should probably do is have an armor turning one happening soon. There we go. Just go for the guy with the most armor. Yeah. Yeah, it's overkill. So what? Let's do another couple of these. I think this is enough traps, don't you? Not too many enemies going to hit these at this rate we're going. Let's at least bump that one up. Yep, so if we just have enough of these traps, we're just getting tons and tons of mana. We can just keep upgrading our gems to ridiculous levels. Let's see how high we can get the gem. Can I get level 20? Let's see if we hit level 20 on this gem. We can actually get to level 17 right now. We need quite a bit of mana to get to the next one after that, though. There we go, level 18. So what do we got on there? An average of, I don't know, about 80,000 damage per hit, but when we take 200 times, you know, that's, you know, a good 15 to 16 million, I guess, per hit. And it's got a ridiculous range because of all these amplifiers. Oh, the giants are still going to be trouble. How much are they? We're starting to get into the billions of HP, which is why. What do I need here? 11 million mana to get anything out of that? Alright. It's going to be a while because enemies keep dying. Oh, hold on. Let's make sure the spire is being attacked. Oh, you got so much health. That's a really well-timed spire if they want to annoy me, because it's coming right when I need to take care of giants, so I do have to focus all my attention on it. There we go. Still don't have enough to even get to level 19 here, so... Bolt spell is really just not as powerful as it needs to be anymore. Not for the giants. Am I even gonna get to 4 million? I mean, I hit the 3 million. That was easy. But I might not get to the next level. That just might not happen. Oh, the spire gets rid of my walls. Ah, that's why they're not touching the traps anymore. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now I'm getting that mana back. Eee. I'm pretty close to getting that, amount. Here, let's upgrade so we can say we did it. Oh, I somehow recovered that. Ah, can I get to... Oh, no. These guys are going to get... This is going to do it, because they're going to drop those really powerful swarmlings. Yeah. Alright. Can I at least squeeze out a bit more? I cannot, probably. Yeah. We'll call it here. So the skill we got was pool bound. These both look not so good. So what's pool bound is going to give us? Just a second here. Goodbye. Is the ability to make white gems in every single level. And we're going to make sure that is a good level spell. Level 11. That's something. So now, white yellow gems are going to be stupidly powerful. And I'll show you in the next video, because it's been an hour. I'd like to break things up a bit for my own sanity, for yours, and also because, I don't know, there's just something about trying to make a video that's longer than an hour where a lot of video editors will just start complaining. So I'm going to stop it here, but I'm going to continue very shortly in real life, and I'll upload that video later, so you'll see the rest of this world, and we'll get to see exactly what that pool-bound critical hit combo does for us. So I'll see you then. Bye.